Hello YouTube fans, here again, and a bigger man or round not. Round one for Walker. Not right, I said I was going to do it and I'm a man of my word. Now people might say, you've already done it. No, I did not. I did I Am Walker. It was more of a biography when they was making the film. And as you already know, it inspired me with the new film coming out called I Played Walker. This inspired me to do this one called and do the Walkers again and do them justice. I'm not going to put this one in detail like I did when I did I Am Rocker. If you want to see it in proper detail, just go back on my biography of that. Danny, at the time, he did have my little dog barking, so you do hear a lot of noise. It's a little chihuahua, that's what little chihuahuas do. So hopefully you can hear me today. So I won't put in detail. If you want to see it in proper detail, just go on to that one, is what I'm going to say. So we're going to go with it. Come out in 1976, as we know, won Emmy Awards, made a number of sequels, some dud, some shit. But he's a dud, and he also made a name being Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone, as you know, was an unknown actor. He appeared in a few things before Rocky, but he was never the star. He was never the star. It was only when he did Rocky, he worked his guts off to get that role. The rest is history, and I keep repeating myself. If you want to see it in proper detail, just watch the one called I Am Rocker. I'm not going to talk about the porn he did. You want to see that? That's also there and all. We all know he did an adult film as well called The Italian Stallion. If you want to see that, that's still up on my channel as well. So, as you know, it was 76 when this film come out. It starts off with 75 for some reason. And you got a bum fighter called Rocker, played by Sylvester Stallone. And he's fighting like a bum. I love the bit where you got this woman, sounds like a kid, but I'm assuming it's a woman, and all you hear her say is, "You're a bum, you know that? You're a bum." Always makes me chuckle, don't ask me why, it always makes me chuckle, that scene. And if I remember right there, he fights a guy called Spider Rico or something like that, and he turns round, this is my attitude, you got lucky tonight. But it's quite funny because he gets paid peanuts. Some of it he's got to pay like for the tile, the shower, all that really. So you don't really get a lot for when he's finding these tubs. And of course you've got Dal Reffers. May he rest in peace. Damn good actor. How I miss this guy. Ass, of course, Apollo Teed. And Apollo Teed is looking for a fight. Nobody wants to fight him for some unknown reasons. But one fight, he looks for an unknown fighter, looks for club fighters. Who do you find? The Italian Stallion, being Rocker. And he wants Rocker. He wants him. But he's just a club fighter. He fights for peanuts and so on. And as you know, he's got a mate called Bert. And he fancies his girl called Adrian. The only problem is Adrian is shy as anything. And when I say shy, I mean shy. So he tries to get with her, not in a naughty way. Leave that one for the Italian Stallion. And but he does get with her. A little after scene, it's Thanksgiving. He says, "You want the turkey?" This is the buffer. "You want the turkey? Go out and get the turkey." And I love the bit, you know, the art's on its sleeve. He's taking a stay in, but it's near Thanksgiving, so he's got to shut her, and the guy's he's timing them. 5, 6. So there are some good bits in the film, and of course, let's not forget Portland. May he also rest in peace, say Mr. Brother of Adrian. You always remember Mr. Penguin, you know, in the original Batman series, and he really plays a good role in this. At first, you think he hates Rocky, and that's not the case. That's not the case, and you find that out more in as the film goes on. Definitely more in that. Definitely a lot in that before he sadly goes bye-bye. You find that out as Mick. But ultimately he says, "Hey Mick, what happened to my locker? You don't said the locker. See Fendi? He's a stallion. He's a champ. Who did you fight? Spider Rico. He's a bomb." I always love the bit when they say bomb. So, you know what I mean? He finds out halfway through the film that he's going to, at first he thinks he's a Spartan, no, for Apollo Teed, and Mick did some shit again. He said, "Did you not hear me the first time? I want to know. No, what? I want to know why is it all this time you've been giving it to me? You don't want to know. I want to know." I always remember the lines. Okay, you want to know? I love it. I just love every line in it. Even the one who does, he's a lone sack, a stone bag. Another actor, sadly no longer with us. You may remember him in the original Maniac, who, funny enough, appeared in a lot of Sylvester Stallone films. A lot. I also remember him in Night Art. And like I say, he's working for this lone sack, and you can see he don't want to do it, but it's the only way to make that. And he finds out at us he's not the fighting Spartan. He's not the fighting Apollo Teed. He's not sparking with him. He's going to be fighting him. And he doesn't want to do it at first because he knows that Apollo Teed will just beat him and he's an unknown fighter, but he goes with it. And as the film goes on, he visits the place and he realises he's not going to win. It's just a repetition fight. No one's taking him serious. I always love the bit where he's pounding the meat, but no one's going to take him serious. And he says to Adrian about that, he says, "I want to let people know that I'm not just an unknown fighter, that I went the distance." And he does. The fight's not the best. I want to look at a better fight. I always go for that, and that. But it's still a good fight. They didn't have to improvise it with the hits and the smacks. It's still a good fight. And he does actually go the distance. You know what I mean? There's a bit where Apollo Teed does busts his eye. "You could have cut me. I don't want to do it. You could have cut me." And he cuts him. It does, now you can see it's fake. You can see it's fake with the text up and all that. But for this time, and let's not forget the music. I love the music where he's training, the bit where he's eating them raw eggs. He's just sticking them all in his mouth, Rocky style. You want to learn how to keep fit? Watch Rocky, how he eats them eggs. But I love the bit he's running up the steps and he got that Jake music. I'm not going to do the rest, but I love that music. Don Botts's, I'm not his name out, I'm shit with names. Don Botts's theme tune, we all know, did most of them. And he also worked on one of the Bond movies in '81, that being For Your Eyes Owner, worked on the music on that. And this was a damn good score. I can see why after this, when they made the sequels, Don Botts, even else his bloody name, did the music to all the Rocky films. Damn right. But the fight, like I say, in this one, he didn't win. But he went the distance. And I was snapped. I think myself, if he wasn't an unknown fighter, he would have won. Because he only got lucky by points. And that bellman rung that fucking bell just in the nick of time because he knew that Rocky would have won. So I told Apollo Teed won in this one. But I just love it. He wasn't aiming to win. He went the distance. He did beautiful. And as I said when I did the one, I Am Rocker, there was originally going to end it where it faded in black, him and Adrian walk off, end of movie. But they want to do it a bit more of an ending, so you get the ending we all know where he's outside, "Adrian!" Loads of times, the hat falls off Adrian, he wraps his arms round her, it pauses like that, you got that beautiful story at the end. It's a classic, and in my eyes, the film deserved an Emmy Award. It deserved an Emmy Award in that day. And like I said, as I said in the one, I Am Rocker, made a number of sequels. I remind what I already said, some good, some garbage. You see how many fingers I'm sticking up there. But this one, there's nothing I can say what's bad about it. Nothing. Sylvester Stallone worked to get that role. Go back into the one I just said. And he preserved it. And it made a name for him. Like I said, I'm not going to say it again. All the sequels, all other films he's done, whether it be the Rambos, whether it be his action films, whether it be his drama films, let's say like Over the Top, he preserved it. And rightly so. Being to them, that's round one for Rocky 1. Be smart, be safe. See you later.